Today, we're unpacking a truly historic, incredibly high-stakes encounter. We are looking at the very first competitive meeting ever between Belgium and Iran, and it all went down under the bright lights of SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. Honestly, this wasn't just your standard football game. It was a high-pressure chess match on an absolutely massive stage. Now, you might be wondering, how on earth does a game with absolutely 0 goals end up being the most dramatic fixture we've seen in Group G? Well, coming into this one, both of these squads were just desperate to break the group deadlock after some really tense opening round draws. And that pure desperation, it created this incredible, almost suffocating tension right from the opening whistle. So let's move into Act 1, the clash of styles and VAR Heartbreak. To really get what happened out there, you have to look at the core narrative. It was a classic clash of styles. On one side, you've got Belgium, right? They're aiming to assert their European dominance, using that intricate, heavy possession with a star-studded lineup. The Red Devils just wanted to dictate the whole tempo. But then, on the flip side, you have Iran, and they didn't even try to outpossess Belgium. Instead, they leaned on just absolute, total tactical discipline to build this unbreakable defensive wall. They were perfectly happy to absorb the pressure and wait for that one perfect moment to strike. It's literally the age-old story of the unstoppable force meeting the immovable object.
And because of that intense stylistic clash, the physical tone of the match was set almost instantly. Which brings us to a key tactical concept you really need to understand here, the tactical yellow card. It's essentially an intentional foul, right? One committed specifically to disrupt the other team's rhythm early on in a highly physical game. It's basically a brutal, physical statement of intent to stop a dangerous transition before it even has a chance to begin.
So how early did this start happening? 3 minutes. Just the 3rd minute of the game, and Belgium's star striker Romelu Lukaku picks up one of these tactical yellow cards. Honestly, that single stat tells you everything you need to know about the frantic pace and the fierce battles happening all over the pitch. Nobody was backing down an inch. Okay, so fast forward to the 25th minute, just picture the scene. SoFi Stadium completely erupts. Totally against the run of play, Iran pulls off this brilliant, lightning-fast counterattack. Mehdi Taremi maneuvers his way right past the Belgian defense and just slots the ball home. And for a second there, it looked like Iran had taken this shocking, massive lead against the heavy favorites. But hold your horses. Then came the wait. After a really lengthy, agonizing VAR review, the goal was cruelly ruled out for a razor-thin offside, no goal. So despite all those fireworks, all that emotion, we go into the halftime break looking at a big, fat 0-0. Iran's defensive wall held strong, leaving a really frustrated Belgian side completely level at the half. Which brings us right into Act 2, the plot twist. So in the second half, Belgium continues to dominate the ball. I mean, they had practically all the possession, but they just could not break through Iran's meticulously organized low block. If you're not familiar, a low block is this highly compact defensive shape designed specifically to frustrate a team that loves having the ball. It chokes out all the space between the midfield and the defensive lines, basically forcing the attacking team to just pass side to side all day without ever actually penetrating the penalty area. It takes intense concentration, and man, Iran executed it flawlessly. But let's map out the sheer chaos that completely shattered the second half, because the narrative flips totally upside down. In the 66th minute, boom, the ultimate turning point. Belgium's young defender Nathan Ngoy commits a really heavy foul and gets slapped with a straight red card. Just like that, the Red Devils are down to 10 men for the entire final stretch. And then, literally 1 minute later, 67th minute, Belgium has to make this massive tactical shift. They sub off their star forward Lukaku and bring on a defender, Arthur Theate. But you know what? Despite all that chaos, when the final whistle blows, Belgium miraculously holds on. And the crazy thing here is that being down a man forced Belgium to completely change their identity on the fly. Actually, scratch that. It was pure survival mode. They sacrificed almost all of their attacking threat just to patch up the defense. And the ultimate irony? Even though Iran now had the man advantage and they were pressing incredibly hard at the end, they just couldn't land the winning blow against Belgium's makeshift emergency defense. The roles completely reversed, but the deadlock, it just wouldn't break. All right, let's wrap this up with part 3, the aftermath. Group G wide open. So when the dust finally settles on a grueling physical and tactical stalemate like this, you really have to ask yourself, who actually won the day here? Who controls their own destiny moving forward? Well, the wild answer is both of them. They both managed to walk away with an absolutely crucial point. And because of that, Group G remains completely 100% wide open. Literally everything is going to be decided on the final match day. The biggest takeaway for us is that both of these nations still completely control their own path to the knockout stages. It's simple. Win the next game and you're in. They don't have to sit around doing math, hoping for someone else to lose. Which leaves us with one final, pretty thrilling question to chew on as we look toward the climax of the group stages. With Group G blown totally wide open after this crazy Los Angeles stalemate, who is actually going to survive the final match day? It's a completely blank slate now, and the tension is literally only going up from here. Definitely keep your eyes on this group, because if there's anything at all today, it's that a football match with absolutely zero goals can still deliver absolute heart-pounding theater.